As Afghanistan's contiguous neighbor, India deeply values its civilizational relationship and centuries-old bonds of friendship, and this history continues to guide our actions in forging deeper ties with the people of Afghanistan. Over the years, India has been a strong advocate for peace and stability in Afghanistan. Coordinated regional and international cooperation on key issues concerning Afghanistan is paramount, as is strongly engaging relevant parties for promoting peace, stability, and development in the country. We have accordingly participated in all rounds of the Doha Working Group meetings and in other regional fora. Madam President, provision of humanitarian assistance and building the capacities of the Afghan people have always remained India's priorities. We have already more than 500 development partnership projects across all provinces, and as decided during Foreign Minister Mottaki's recent visit to India, India would further deepen its engagement in development cooperation projects, particularly in the sectors of healthcare, public infrastructure, and capacity building. We will continue working with UN agencies in critical areas such as health, food security, education, and sports. The visit of Mr. Azizi, the Afghan Minister for Industry and Commerce, to India also helped further cooperation on connectivity, trade facilitation, and market access. Healthcare is an important need, particularly now for the Afghan people. In this regard, India has undertaken the establishment of a thalassemia center, a modern diagnostic center, and a replacement of the heating system at the Indira Gandhi Institute of Child Health in Kabul. Additionally, India will construct a 30-bed hospital in Kabul's Bagrami district, an oncology center and a trauma center in Kabul, and 5 maternity health clinics. About 75 prosthetic limbs have been successfully fitted to Afghan nationals. India also continues to extend medical assistance and provide high-quality healthcare treatment to Afghan nationals. During Mr. Mottaki's visit, India also gifted 20 ambulances to the Afghan people. Healthcare cooperation will be further augmented during the upcoming visit of the Afghan Minister of Public Health to India. India was among the first countries to provide humanitarian assistance in the aftermath of the earthquake in Afghanistan and continues to assist in reconstructing residential buildings in the earthquake-affected areas. India's comprehensive humanitarian support includes supply of food grain, social support items, school stationery, disaster relief materials, and pesticides. It also includes providing crucial material aid to address the urgent needs of the forcibly repatriated refugees in Afghanistan. Madam President, we have taken note of the Secretary General's report on the situation in Afghanistan, especially the difficult humanitarian concerns expressed therein. The involuntary return movements of over 2 million Afghans this year, contributing a population increase of 6% for Afghanistan in 2025, have created significant vulnerabilities necessitating enhanced protection, improved access to shelter and food and security, and need for durable solutions for sustainable reintegration. The Secretary General's report also highlights the severe humanitarian and economic impact resulting from recent border clashes and border crossing closures, displacing hundreds of families inside Afghanistan, disrupting vital trade, causing financial distress and widespread losses for farmers during the critical fruit harvest season, and threatening the livelihoods of the Afghan people. Member states this year issued the Awaza Political Declaration to address the unique challenges faced by landlocked developing countries, the LLDCs. It's incumbent on all not to weaponize trade and transit vulnerabilities. India echoes UNAMA's concern over airstrikes and condemns the killing of innocent women, children, and cricketers in Afghanistan. We add our voice to calls for paying full respect to the United Nations Charter and international law, with particular attention to protection of innocent civilians. We also note with grave concern the practice of trade and transit terrorism that the people of Afghanistan are being subjected to by the cynical closure of access for a landlocked country whose people are suffering numerous debilitating conditions since many years. These acts are in violation of WTO norms. Such open threats and acts of war against a fragile and vulnerable LLDC nation trying to rebuild in difficult circumstances constitute a blatant violation of the UN Charter and international law. While we condemn such acts, we also strongly support the territorial integrity, sovereignty, and independence of Afghanistan. India continues to closely monitor the security situation in Afghanistan. The international community must coordinate efforts towards ensuring that entities and individuals designated by the UN Security Council, the ISIL and Al-Qaeda and their affiliates, including the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Jaish-e-Mohammed, and proxies of the LET such as the Resistance Front, along with those who facilitate their operations, are no longer indulge in cross-border terrorism. Madam President, India calls for a pragmatic engagement with the Taliban. A coherent policy of engagement should incentivize positive actions. A focus on only punitive measures will only ensure that a business-as-usual approach continues, as we have been seeing now for the last 4.5 years. We call on the United Nations and the international community to adopt nuanced policy instruments that help bring sustainable benefits for the people of Afghanistan. In conclusion, I would reiterate our commitment to meeting the development needs of the people of Afghanistan.